Oh, there you go.
Rambo is a fairly large pit bull. He is not a happy camper.
All right. So that was a disappointing match. And I'm not going to lie, I was not very happy with the way that turned out. Wolf, you just finished eating. You can stop yelling at me. No. No. I don't give a fuck. You just finished eating. Yelling at me to eat some more is not going to make... No. No. I love it when the animals get attitude. It's like, boy, that is a very unflattering position on my part. Look at me. Today we're not exercising. We'll pick up on the exercising with push-ups tomorrow. We will simply take care of animals and then go to bed. My wife has got to get up at 6 in the morning. I, so far, don't have to go into work. And I don't think my wife's parents would watch the animals because, well, Duchess destroyed their kitchen, sort of, when she was last in there. So she went and frolicked in the mud and then left paw prints all over the counter. Welcome to owning a dog. Oh, fuck.
Are you going to talk in the hat?
Ah, yes. The new hats.
I thought you had something like it.
I'm not thrilled with how the whole night turned out with that fight. So... maybe this will cheer up at least some of us. You guys ready for this? Fucking seriously? Yeah. My wife, she's got a real sense of humor. Maybe she was thinking safety first. Warning, if you have, what is that called? Seizures. This is not going to help.
We always work together, just in case something happens. Ow, you hit me in the head. Oh, now you have somebody there that call 911 if necessary.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
It would go perfect with your shirt.
Do we know where one of the Santa shirts are?
Let me find them.
Alright. Give me 1 second. Hey, Ismail. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go see if I can complete this ensemble. Bring a little bit of cheer after that Jake Paul Tyson match fiasco. Nobody's probably happy about that.
The next morning, Doc's kicking into high gear and headed out to farm country. They have some beef cows. They live far away at the end of the practice almost, and this one cow was sick.
5 years ago, we bought our first set of twin heifers.
This small herd of beef cattle is a family affair. Their favorite cow, Freckles, has fallen ill.
We noticed last week that Freckles was acting kind of off. She was separating herself from the herd, laying down a lot. We have a cornfield that we have fenced in that the cows are grazing on. So
Half the time, it's like they weren't even trying. At least half the time.
It's not uncommon for cows to ingest bits of metal that litter the pasture.
Honestly, sweetie, we need to throw away half of that pile of laundry.
Something simple.
That's ridiculous.
Hi, Dr. Paul. How are
So I can't find a damn thing in there. There's just no fucking way.
What they do is just shove everything
Yeah.
in their mouth and swallow it.
I lost another subscriber.
Nuts, bolts, and wire.
I don't know, folks.
Looking good.
I don't know. I did have upwards of, I think it was 923 subscribers at one point. 922. Whatever. And then, like, they just started plateauing and tanking and stuff like that. So that's always fun. I wanted Tyson to beat Jake's ass so bad that he might reconsider his life choices so that we'd never have to hear him being a braggy little shit again. But according to the judges tonight, Tyson lost the match. Nobody got knocked out.
Boo. Those girls, though.
Yeah, no, those girls were pretty much fought like they were the main event. They whooped their, each other's asses so bad. All right. So this right here is our Harpicdare pulchrips. It is an old world species tarantula that is a heavy Weber. It comes from, I believe, South Africa. They are a terrestrial arid species, which means they typically live in climates deserty, maybe grasslands. But yeah, stop, Duchess.
She's like, but I want what?
I do not care. Yeah, they can be vicious. Stop, Duchess, go. Go. No, this is not for you.
She lost her baby.
There we are. Now we believe this critter right here is a male, which means we probably have. Oh my God! Really already? All right. Bathroom. That's ridiculous. You guys can go and watch this tarantula for a little bit. We are already getting to the point where I need to flee. Honey, keep them entertained. Move, Duchess.
I know people say this because cows trust me when you raise them. Take care of them.
No, I don't need you to follow me, kid.
It's hard.
Yes, that's a spider.
You cannot run a whole bunch of tests, so you do whatever they can. Doc prescribes antibiotics to fight enteritis and some antacid to soothe Freckles' stomach. Oh, here. You make it come out of your hand. Baking soda actually is sodium bicarbonate, and they have acid to the stomach. Salt and water, and takes the acid out. So basically, your sweetness stomach and the pH comes to normal.
Hey.
Let's show off. The trick is getting Freckles to take medicine. But it's necessary if she's to have any chance of getting better.
No.
It didn't taste good. That's how you do it. Back it up. Got most of Freckles is fatty garden. Doc recommends a strict diet of hay and water and tells Crystal
Hopefully she will start eating in a day or two. I won't cross my fingers, but I will say my prayers.
very good. We'll see ya. Halloween is almost here, and it's one of Charles's favorite holidays. Okay, we're bringing all kinds of Halloween goodies today.
I got hot apple cider too, so that'll go real well with the nuts.
Halloween is a great holiday because it focuses on food. So, ladies first.
That's right, Charles.
Any holiday that focuses on food is alright, but it's like a food pie. It's not long before the festive mood is shattered.
I actually woke up today, the neighbors beating on the door. They had found him, they heard a gunshot and went out looking, and they found him trying to push himself across the road and saw that he had been shot.
She found his cat flat out.
We actually had brought home a couple kittens that were my sister's before she died. And Simon is a continuing line with them, so it means a lot to keep him around.
Pellets from a gunshot are small, but they can destroy muscle, even break bones. They need to know the extent of the damage.
It's just a sickening feeling in the pit of your stomach when you see something so innocent just flopping around in pain.
I know where you hurt. Yes.
I think it's absolutely disgusting. And I think somebody that does that has some pretty serious problems themselves.
Cat's can. When you look at the x-rays, there are all these birdshot pellets and they're too numerous to count. Simon is riddled.
I've never seen any of those movies.
I look at the leg and it looks pretty bad.
One leg seems to be almost broken. Come on.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that, folks. Yes, this is in fact a spider. This is a Petcare pulchrites. It is an old world species, which means its venom is considered to be a little bit more medically relevant, which means we don't want to get bit by it. It also means that its fangs and its venom and its threat posturing is pretty much all it's got for self-defense. Whereas with these critters right here, we have... Hey, Nicole! Yeah, I have a guy at work that just absolutely loves Terrifier. Apparently, during Terrifier 2, it was so gory that people were walking out of the theater. Just absolutely nasty. So this is a New World species, which means it comes from the Americas. This species, just like the Lasiodora parabana, the white-knee tarantula, the Theraphosa apopsis, all come from South America. They are tropical terrestrial tarantulas. They need to have high humidity. They don't need to have hides, especially when they are males. They're typically trying to get out anyway. A lot of times when these tarantulas grow up and let's just say a lot of times when these animals grow up, they no longer use said hides. Instead, you have to worry about other critters moving into the hides and possibly killing your animals because, believe it or not, tarantulas are very susceptible to things like envenomation, especially if they are recovering from a molt. So let's put this up. Better view. So how's everybody going? How many people watched that fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? It was way overhyped. I was actually expecting Tyson to beat the ever-loving shit out of Jake Paul, but they kind of just turned into a couple of sweaty dudes that hugged it out. So, not what I was looking forward to. we are going to have to try and hurry through these because my wife needs to go to bed and she has a problem sleeping without me. So we will do her. Are you still on the side or did you climb down? Where are you? Oh, he's still on the side. Good thing I didn't open the lid. That would have been very not good. Come on, buddy. You can actually see his tibial hook right there. He had it coming. Jake was such an asshole.
Such a cocky ass.
He entered the arena in a vehicle with a bird cage in the back. I mean, oh my god.
And an entourage.
And an entourage. And Mike Tyson just entered by himself. And I was just like, fuck yeah, Mike, kill him. Okay, maybe not kill him, but you know.
Kill him.
Hey! Come on.
No.
He isn't. He was straight up getting booed as he entered the arena. I was just like, yeah, I can boo him some more. Get off of the lid, you little fuckstick. Oh my god, this tarantula is going to be the death of me. So the tarantula that we are trying to deal with right now is our Brazilian blue violet. Stop it! Wolf! I literally went through all of the dogs' names before I got to Wolf. Wolf! Enough! No, you just got done eating. Get in your kennel and stop it. Because as soon as I feed you again, you're not going to eat. You're going to sit there and just growl at the other dogs. Which is absolutely unnecessary. A pigeon? Like, no, I expected Tyson to be like John Wick of pigeons. Well, he said, according to what was said, freaking when Jake Paul bought the pigeon for Mike Tyson as like a peace offering, Mike Tyson said he would feed the pigeon. This is what I heard on the tube, on the telly, if you would. Freaking Mike Tyson apparently said he would feed the pigeon to his falcon. So, I didn't even know Mike Tyson had falcons. But, yeah. Get off of the lid! Alright, well, you know what? It is the weekend, so we are gonna fucking... Come on. Nope. Get down. Get down. Get down.
Oh, it's going up farther.
Get off of the top of the cage! You little shit! Alright, we're just gonna... He really wants a female. Like, I have got to go through the process of finding these guys some gals to go to. Because this is freaking nuts. Get off of the top of the cage, kid. No! Go away. Fucking stop. Little menace. The whole thing was in fact a pretty decent sized letdown. But we will endure, folks. I'm just, I guess, going to go back to not being that big of a fan of boxing. Although, like we pointed out, those women were fucking crazy beating the fuck out of each other. There was an illegal headbutt at one point, split one woman's eyebrow open. It was gnarly. Alright, next up we have our La Ciudadora Parabana. She is quite the little pistol, I guess is what you'd call her. We are recovering from a 16-hour shift, and we found out some interesting shit about all that went down at my work. It turns out that they had us breaking the rules, at least the other managerial team did. We are not supposed to work past 16 hours as employees straight. We have to get permission, or rather our site supervisors have to get permission if we're going to work 16 hours because of just how serious they take that shit. So my having worked days where it was like 16, 18, even 20-hour shifts was a huge no-no that violates some laws here in Oregon. I didn't feel violated. I felt like I was going to get paid, which I did. Every time I went and worked those hours, I was bringing home paychecks that were $1,000 a pop each week. So I didn't feel violated. As a matter of fact, most of the time I stepped up and volunteered to do those days. You have a crazy conspiracy theory about this fight? Tell us your crazy conspiracy theory. Oh my god. Here we go. Oh wait. Of course we're gonna do this. The baby girl. Again, notice how she's not automatically. Hey Anna. Or Anna. I don't know if you like to have it Anna or Anna. But hello. This is our Lasiodora parabana. It is a salmon pink bird-eating tarantula. It is typically found in the wilds around Brazil. It is one of the more prolific species that you will find out on the market. Simply, shush! Wolf. Simply because of the fact that when people do pair these up, the egg sacs, the clutches if you would, tend to produce thousands of babies. Wolf! Wolf! Get in your kennel now! Wolf! Get in your kennel now! You literally just finished eating. If I put food in your dish right now, you will sit in there and try to fight off people rather than eating it. So you will stop this nonsense, child. Someone to theorize about how Jake Paul made a deal with the devil. He got Tyson to join him. That's why he lost. That's what the devil does in Catholicism. He claims souls. Like Tom McDonald's Hollyweird. Oh my god. Would it surprise me? No. I mean, the same kind of thing happened with Diddy. What do you think Diddy was doing with all those tapes? He was collecting deals, if you would. I don't know why she's barking. You might want to check the security camera. So these animals, when there's nothing. So these animals, when they're young, they typically like to spend most of their time hiding. When they're babies, they will go and they will make burrows down in the corner or along the sides of glass and or plastic. It's very interesting to watch. They will move dirt using their pedipalps and their fangs. Sometimes they'll even wrap it into webbing to carry it out easily. Their food is primarily insects. We raise our own insects here. I'm making another advertisement that I'm going to be popping out probably tomorrow to try and sell those locally. She is an absolute stunner. Beautiful creature. And as they get older, admittedly, they become a little bit less, what would you call that? Exciting. They don't move around as much. They don't eat as much. They kind of just like to lay around, be lazy, but that's okay because that's what they would be doing in the wild. Just spending time being sedentary.
I'm just gonna go home and wait for Dr. Elizabeth to call and let me know.
People think that tarantulas are these menacing creatures. They are not menacing. They hardly do anything at all.
As much as I don't want to see him with only one eye, and that's what I want to see today.
Go.
I want to see him come home for one eye because then he's got more life in him.
It may already be late. Dogs develop once in the sun.
I don't think she's getting fatter. I'm also not seeing dead crickets laying everywhere. So I think that they're eating. It's just all that might be going toward her growth as opposed to a clutch of eggs. We're talking about the Monocentropus balfouri, by the way. This is not that. This is our white-knee tarantula. It is another tropical terrestrial New World tarantula. The term terrestrial coincides with living on or under the ground. There is also fossorial, which relates to living under the ground primarily. Then there's arboreal, which tends to coincide with living up in shrubs and trees off of the ground. She has been a busy bee. Look at all of this webbing that she's got everywhere. These aren't known for being a heavy webbing species, but look at that. Now she does have those nasty little urticating hairs that they use for self-defense. Got to put it in quotations because it's not very defensive when it does not work immediately. Sometimes the reaction takes like 30 minutes for your skin to start itching and developing almost like allergic reaction to it. It'll raise and become bumpy and you will spend hours wanting to just scratch the first layer of your skin out. Care for these animals is the same as the Lasiodora parabana and the Brazilian blue violets. You want to make sure that their environment is good and humid. You want to try to feed them once a week. However, the older they get, the less they need to eat due to the fact that, well, their food source, their feeding, all of that energy is no longer going into growth. It is primarily just going into helping them sustain themselves as they live out the rest of their lives. Now, when it comes to the rest of their lives, folks, tarantulas vary in lifespans between male and female. Female tarantulas can live upwards of 10 to 15 years, while males will typically only live 3 to 4. That is due to the fact that males have one purpose and one purpose only when they mature, and that is procreation. Even the males that you get will not be satisfied simply living in the cage. They will constantly try to get out to find that special someone and make babies. And by all means, you can breed tarantulas at home, but always make sure that you are prepared for the outcome. What?
I think little guy's looking for a rat.
Little guy? Looking for a rat?
Scoping a little.
Look at that tarantula. Comparison with my hand size. She's pretty freaking big. Nice. I think the main fight should have just been those women, honey. That's what the main fight should have been. Because they fought viciously. like they had some sort of vendetta against each other.
Was grounded after a dog attack left him with a broken wing.
Oh, I put that on upside down, but that's fine.
But he's back in action.
Anybody have any questions when it comes to owning tarantulas? How was your day? Oh, I got sidetracked. So, like I was saying, my work is not supposed to let people work past 16 hours due to the fact that it violates laws that have been established that are meant to protect workers here in Oregon. I feel that it's unnecessary to do so. It should be up to the worker, him or herself. If somebody would be willing to go and work extra hours to go above and beyond and to get that, let's say, that pay that is oh so sweet, they should be allowed to do so. Because, well, that falls under the idea of being free to, as opposed to be free from. While it is a common nice thing to think about, establishing a world where you are free from things that you should be free to do is, well, basically it devolves into a world that you really don't want to be a part of. It's supposed to be land of the free, home of the brave. What?
If a goat's having problems getting, it's typically the malpositioning, so the babies aren't in the right position. I won't know till I get in there.
You have issues, Philip.
They get this big, they have a hard time pushing.
Yeah.
When I first go in there, I noticed that the first baby has its head down.
I'll be right back.
The wall of a goat's uterus is normally pretend, and this one is stretched for the hernia. A tear in her uterine wall would be bad for the name and Gerald. Tom Holton's returns today.
I pull the head into the birth canal, and goats don't necessarily have open front legs if they're small enough.
Dr. Emily repositions the first pig and starts pulling. Gerald's not the only one rooting for her. I'm holding the door. Oh, why? Yeah, good for you. Any more in there?
You joking? Like a big deal.
All right. We are.
So I'm trying to have another baby.
Welcome, folks. In this live today, we will be focusing on animals. Tomorrow, we will be getting back to our working out and animal care.
So because of today, are you gonna skip the break day and just?
Well, what I'm going to do is push-ups, and then we'll do the break. We'll overdo it with the push-ups since it's the weekend. We'll make ourselves good and sore. That way, we will earn that break day, and then we will take our usual break day. When it is push-up day, it is push-ups and squats. So the goal is to be extra sore. My goodness, girl, you are looking sick. And you shat in your water dish again.
No, I didn't.
Good golly. So this right here is a Theraphosa apophysis, also known as a giant pink-toed tarantula, not to be confused with the Goliath pink-toed tarantula, which is a member of the Vicularia family. This guy is a terrestrial, while the Vicularia is an arboreal. This guy essentially likes to, or this gal essentially likes to live under the ground. So, look at her. That is an atypical stress curl. And she is not happy right now. We are going to go and try and fix that. First things first, grab that water dish. go and dump it out, rinse it out.
Now, doing very well. I'm very thankful that we didn't have to send her off the water. She's pretty special to me. I hope that everything goes
So
well.
initially speaking,
She is able to.
Are the squats improving, like feeling easier to move? I know that puts pressure on the joints.
are the squats improving, like feeling easier to move? I know it puts pressure on your joints and probably hurts. It doesn't hurt the joints as much as it hurts the muscles around the joints. However, when my joints, like in my kneecaps, do start to hurt a little bit more, I tend to stop due to the fact that I, as a 33-year-old, do not want to injure my body doing something like exercising. If I injure myself to the point where I can't exercise in the future, then I know that I'm going to be setting myself back further if I persist in something. That's probably why I tend to stop short in most cases, rather than trying to really push through it like a 20-year-old. It's because I know that I am getting up there in age, so to speak, when it comes to exercising. You've got to avoid overdoing it and possibly injuring yourself if you truly want to excel in the long run. And it's all about the long run when you're trying to lose weight. For instance, it's only been about a year since I've truly taken to exercising and trying to cut weight. I have improved. Don't you be flicking hairs at me, child. I will have you know that I am like, what is that called? I think I'm 32 years this thing senior or something like that. I'm 32 years older than this tarantula, and she's trying to give me shit. Child, it's a naughty Nelly. No. Flick your ass hairs at me. But in any case, yeah, it will hurt your muscles and your legs, especially the next day. Oh my God. With squats, the next day is absolutely brutal. And that's how you know you did them appropriately, is every time you sit down, it's going to hurt like a motherfucker. Spanky, are you disappointed in the match today or the fact that we're not doing any exercises? And if you say yes to that, I completely understand. I know you want to see me hurt myself. But not today, sir. Not today.
He said yes.
No pain, no gains. No gains tonight. I'm still recovering from last night. Hell. This past week has been friggin' nuts. Really has. Oh yeah, let's talk about the spider a little bit. This is a Theraphosa popsis. It is another tropical terrestrial tarantula. Terrestrial tarantula simply means it lives on or under the ground. This sweet little critter is from South America. She has an ass full of urticating hairs. She is looking thick as a refrigerator. Look at that. She and those orb weavers have got one thing in common. They've got the badonkadonk. Anyway. Yeah, it is, but at the same time, the older you get, the more you don't want to overdo it. When you're younger, you do have the benefits of having youth to back up what you're going through. However, the older you get, the slower your recovery is. And when you go and you like tear a bicep or a pectoral muscle or a tendon in your leg, the longer it's going to take to heal. Also, well, feel like Tyson, why don't you? I saw Tyson's fight today, okay? I hope to not feel like Tyson, at least not for a while.
You mean like faking it half the time?
Shit.
Oh, that was
Spanky, no. Spanky uses, let's say, certain substances to boost his muscle growth. What are those substances called again, Spanky? I might have forgotten. Rhymes with hemorrhoids.
The best way to determine the most
Sorta.
any potential risk.
Steroids, hemorrhoids. It literally oids. It rhymes.
Right here.
Shut up.
You see that all four of the left muscles are
All right, let's get this critter put away, and then we will go and bust out the scorpion. We will go and mist the snake cages to boost their humidity. Little guy was shedding, and we didn't know it at the time. All of a sudden, we came up. Oh, there's scales all over the cage. I'm like, fuck.
You know, so little.
No, I already did, little bitch.
You did?
Yeah. You gotta pay attention, honey. Synthetic testosterone to hemorrhoids for recovery. Don't see a difference. Probably difference in the type of steroid. What are you doing,
Perfect.
Wolf? Long the way you are, good God, coming up with reason. God, you're letting me down. Good God, it's changing of the seasons. Don't disrespect me like that. Don't shoot synthetic. Synthetic. I might be tired. All right, this is Needles. Wow, there are not a lot of people on tonight. Needles is an Asian forest scorpion. She is an old world species, of course, hence the, Asian forest scorpion. She is primarily an insectivore. If she did go and eat something bigger than typical insect, it would probably be something that was already dead. These critters' venom does not necessarily affect mammalian lives like it would insects. They are considered to be a milder venomed species. Oh my God, seriously, body? So this is biofluorescence.
Do you want me to sing the other two sausages?
Yes. This is biofluorescence. It is where a chemical component in the exoskeleton of the scorpion absorbs the UV light and then projects out a different light frequency that we can more easily see. Essentially, it makes it glow. Well, we, Elon, have lost a lot of viewers. And by a lot, I mean about 6. So I don't know exactly what I did. Maybe it's because I'm not producing enough content. My thing is, when I was producing content, I was seeing even more loss in numbers. So I stopped doing it in fears that the content that I was creating just was not cutting it. Well, apparently just going live isn't cutting it either. So I guess tomorrow, while my wife is away, I will try to write and recite some poetry. What? I thought you said, hey.
I said, well, you said, well, my wife is away, I will try. And I was like, play.
Oh, yeah, that too. I was just like, what?
Damn it, dog, you are.
Again, you miss content. It's definitely not the same thing. Well, one like, woo!
Did you say one like?
Yeah, because Elon said one like.
You only have one like?
No, I have 4.
Oh. Sorry, I have the water running. Oh.
You want to keep the humidity in the cage up by watering down the dirt. You want to keep the temperature up to about 75 degrees, the warmer side of room temperature. I looked up what room temperature actually means on a global scale, and it's typically 71 degrees Fahrenheit. I consider room temperature 75 to 77, but maybe that's because I raise tropical pets. Okay, I have got to run to the bathroom again. My body is telling me I've got to use the restroom. The last time I ran to the bathroom, though, it was pathetic. Wolf, move! Move. Okay, honey. What's going on? It's not coming on?
Really.
Okay, I'm back. It's Doodle Animations! Yes. I'm glad you're having a good day. I am recovering after this last week of shenanigans from my work. Nobody ever likes it when the shenanigans at work actually are shenanigans. When they're joyous shenanigans that cause laughter and cheer, that's different. That is, in fact, different. However, when the shenanigans prompt stress and little bit of insanity, it's not something that everybody is going to enjoy. Hence, what I had to go through. So, let's recap, shall we? About a week ago, we found out that one of my coworkers was going to be going on vacation. She said, I have planned for this vacation for over a month. I talked to them for over a month. I'm going to go on vacation, just letting you guys know. You guys got to get it figured out. Well, I went and checked the schedule online because we have that ability. And wouldn't you know it, the schedule dictated that nothing changed. There were no changes. Nothing to tell us that we needed to plan accordingly. So I started to try to call around. Monday and Tuesday, I frantically emailed, texted, and called two of the supervisors that we had on site, or that were supposed to be, well, not on site, but supposed to be looking after the site. I didn't hear anything from them. Well, the ass end of Tuesday rolls around. We're 2 days away from the vacay. And we finally catch word that our supervisors had up and quit about a week prior. By the way, the camera's aiming this way. I know you might not want to be on it. I was like, oh shit, who do I get a hold of? Love it. All lines of standard communication had crumbled, fallen. It was great. So Wednesday comes up, and it is T-minus 24 hours before the shit hits the fan. And I wanted to get it resolved Wednesday before Thursday cropped up. So I started calling around. I called the site manager for my particular business, my particular work, at the office. He didn't ring. I called the receptionist, told me to call the site manager, called him again, didn't answer. So I went and called the receptionist and I said, hey, look, you need to go and talk to the manager because we are like less than 24 hours away from having a full and complete problem over here. Still no word. So what did I do? I tracked down HR and I sent an email saying, we have a team together, but we have no means of plugging any of the information into the system so the team can get paid. Our supervisors quit. I can't get a hold of management over there. I need your guys' help. And wouldn't you know it, like that, all of a sudden I'm getting emails. All of a sudden the management team over there is linking me up to various HR individuals and site supervisors that they're going to be plugging into our area. And everything starts to meld together. And I get a call from the supervisor asking about what I had pieced together thus far, right? I got the day schedules covered. I just could not get the pay in order because I am, of course, not a supervisor. I am just a security guard. And I was like, what would have happened if everybody went and covered their shifts without having their shifts plugged into the system for pay? And they said it would have been a complete and utter nightmare on their end. And I was like, well, it's a good thing you guys finally got back to me. So I had to train a new night shift temp yesterday, which went well except for the fact that she apparently opened the gates to the facility that we look after 12 minutes early, and one of the staff of the facility itself had to hold up traffic. Hold up traffic to make sure that it would not go over the scales until the facility actually opened for commercial use. So as soon as I'm done talking with you guys, I am going to be sending her a direct text saying, hey, look, you have got to wait until exactly the right time to open the gate, because if you don't, we're going to get in trouble again, because technically the company just got in trouble this morning. Anyway, that's what we've had to be dealing with recently. It was almost a complete breakdown of communications. Had I not stumbled upon that HR email that I had based from back when I was trying to deal with all my tax shit, we probably would have had the largest snafu in my company's history, and they were already dealing with shit prior to dealing with my shit. It was just one thing after another. Kids! No! Duchess is deciding to play right where everything is. And I'm trying to get everything set up, and she's destroying it all. Then there was the Jake Paul match today. That was embarrassing. What?
Okay.
Now these are our roaches.
I'm trying to figure out if that was good to take on this.
Yeah. Shut up, Wolf! You aren't going to get fed until you get put in your kennel, because as soon as we feed you, you are going to get growly and you're going to refuse to eat your food. So, no, you are not going to get fed when you want to get fed. You just finished eating. You can stop. All right, so these orange head roaches, they come in various sizes, obviously. The adults are the winged ones, if you would. And the juveniles are the red ones. They come in sizes as small as a, well, actually smaller than your typical pill, and as large as...
Oops.
Wolf, stop. One of these guys. Look at that.
Whose lamp is that?
Here's one of the extras.
Oh, okay.
We feed them a steady diet of fish flakes. Not bad. Probably not good, but not bad. They also have a little bit of potato left over. We've left that in there as well.
So, hon,
Yeah.
your work clothes in the dryer.
Wow, that was... You already got it done? There we are. Yummy. Now, these guys are considered to be omnivorous. That's why when we go to feed them to the... No, come on. I know as soon as we go into the bedroom, you're going to turn right the fuck around, want to go right the fuck back outside. Okay, child. Come on. That is a male.
Is there
Orange
anything
head.
you need from me about tomorrow?
No. Now, the males and the females both have wings, unlike dubia roaches, which can be sexed simply on the presence of wings or not. You have to look for the white dot on the abdomen of orange head roaches to discern whether it's male or female. The females are typically larger with no white dot on the end of their abdomen. They also tend to retain their wings a little bit longer. The males, I think, fight amongst each other. That's why they are so tattered. It's just a part of the animal kingdom. And I am going to be finishing my advert for these guys. I'm going to be working on producing that so that I can start selling more. I already have one advertisement out.
Is it because of the Thai food? Isn't that why you?
I don't know. I don't know if it
Because
was
of your bad day.
probably
At least my appointment.
interesting experience. It was more than interesting. I was not happy about having to step into a supervisor's role with what little I could do. Yes, the site would have been covered, and we would have preserved our company's name and reputation. But on the ethics side of things, considering I would have been working an 18-hour shift again, the ethics side of things and the overall payroll side of things and the way things were hitting off at the office, it would have been a complete and utter disaster had I just been the one and only one in charge. Because I could not promise everybody would be able to get their pay. They did not suit me up for that job. And as much as people want me to get into that position, I have a very strong reasons to why I don't want it. And it's not because I can't handle the stress. If you teach me how to go and patch people into various positions money-wise, I could handle it without a problem. It goes to the fact that they don't pay enough for me to take that position. I'm already getting paid like $26 an hour as a security guard. It does not get better than that. And I'm hearing word that the supervisors are getting paid less than I am. So, is that an ant?
To get it?
I think so. So, you know. Well, yeah, you're not supposed to be sleeping on the job. As a matter of fact, you'd probably get in less trouble for playing on your phone than you would get
He
sleeping on the
retracted
job.
it.
What?
He retracted it.
The ant?
He retracted
Oh,
it.
he retracted it. Hey, you know what? If you want to get away with that, though, go and try and get yourself into Allied Universal. We have employees on our roster that have gotten away with sleeping on the job. They just get sent to new sites. So, hey, there you go, man. Why did Elon retract his shit?
He was replying to.
Well, I know, but now let's look at this.
Look at that.
We do have 2 males in here now. You will have to deal with crazy experiences like I have gone through. Did you spray those tarantulas yesterday? Even the male's cage?
Mm-hmm.
You are very, 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 very brave because he is a flight risk.
Which male?
The green bottle blue.
Yeah, I sprayed the top.
Just to the... Okay, you probably didn't get much in there. Did you get a lot in there?
I thought so.
Okay, well, we'll wait till tomorrow then. I do like my job. I've got a lot of experience in my job. I know all about the de-escalation techniques.
When you're done with that, I'll take it.
Oh, you're going to spray over there.
And don't you need the first cage sprayed too?
Oh, yeah. And his cage, technically. We'll get to that here in a second. Now we're going to be spraying the ball python cages as much as we do the tarantula
Well, I
cages.
poured a lot of water in little guys, so you don't need a spray here too.
We only give these guys a little bit because, well, they don't eat a heck of a whole lot yet.
Just
Once the babies start taking off, and since we know we have a fresh male, once the babies start taking off, we'll be focusing on rearing those more than trying to rear orange heads at all. We already know orange heads can handle a lower room temperature.
Betcha, snow.
All right, these guys need to have a little bit of sprinkles. Whew.
You okay?
Yeah, my stomach's just not happy. I also could easily get food poisoning from, well, walking around the garbage dump like we were.
We're using that toaster oven.
Yeah, or those tongs. Like, who puts tongs in the dish strainer but doesn't wash them out? Or wash them off? What kind of D-bag thinks that that's an appropriate way of doing it? When I say they weren't washed off, they had like food glommed onto them. And then when I washed them off myself, there was also rust buildup. Yeah, they eat both vegetables and meat. More so the orange head than the dubia, though we don't take any chances, generally speaking. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take
Everybody off.
take everybody off.
Touch his.
We got to spray down Mochi's cage, too.
Go, Duchess.
She doesn't like listening at all.
She prefers to pay attention to water.
There we go. Here, want me to do that?
Sure. Ow, Duchess.
Yeah, that's why a lot of the tarantulas like taking them from beneath, flipping them over or flipping them onto the side and letting their fangs sink into the softer underbelly. Now, the exoskeleton is pretty tough all the way around, but it is softer on the bottom. I don't know exactly how that works, considering they're constantly hitting the bottom of their bodies on stuff as they're crawling around. Maybe it's a defense mechanism. But they still make excellent food. Excellent food for various animals. They're just as good, if not better, for reptiles as dubia roaches, the orange-head roaches are. Dubia roaches are softer in comparison and have less barbs, but not by much.
Ah!
What?
Mike Tyson's best punch was the slap before the fight.
Oh my god! Now, look at this.
You can wait for Daddy, Oliver.
And we will give Wolf food when we go to bed, but not before because of his nature of growling at other dogs that get near his kennel. There you go, baby. Look at you. He is such a pretty snake. All right. Now, with that being said, oh, she went down into the den. All right, I was going to show off Galorum, but she disappeared. I might just try building up the dirt on the other side of that cage over here so that they have more dirt to play with and see if they'll go and dig a more natural den for you guys. Yeah, I wish people would stop doing that, honestly. It's so obnoxious. Not your doing it, but his doing it. Either you stand by your word or you don't. Oftentimes when I get caught saying something that's untrue online, I will leave that up there with an apology statement saying, you were right, I was wrong. Because people need to understand that what I said was in fact wrong. And if I go and I erase that, then the evidence of that happening and the proof all disappear once that discussing chain is no more. Okay. All right. Tomorrow we are going to help little guy shed the rest of the way. He is shedding in bits and pieces, which is a sign that he did not have enough humidity in his cage. So now that we've had a bunch of water poured in there, tomorrow is going to start the recuperation process for that snake. This is Monkey, of course. Monkey.
Chunky monkey.
This is Duchess, who's very jealous. And this is Oliver, who's an asshole.
Not as much as her.
Do I need to take him out?
Your turn.
Fucking hell. Don't even think about acting cute. It's obnoxious how many times he needs to go out. Just did.
He's looking better than he did yesterday, though. There's still some spots.
No, fuck this kid. He's driving me nuts. Alright, here we go. Holy fucking shit. It is foggy as fuck out here. No! You stop that! No! Oliver? Look at how bright the fog makes it. Oh my goodness. It's like Silent Hill up here. Okay, maybe not that foggy. No! Oliver, I don't care if it's foggy or not. We don't need you vocalizing in the middle of the night. It is past noise curfew. It's kind of cold. It's like upper 40s, possibly mid 40s. Not quite freezing, but enough to make you go, maybe a coat was a good idea. My bad. No, I felt you growl through the lead. You stop it. Stop it. They are allowed to go and have their dog out in the front yard. Turn around and go poop. It is not... Is it really 37 degrees? Oliver, that is enough. I'm louder than the fucking dog. Guess it's 37 degrees out. That's crazy. So we're like 5 degrees away from freezing. Huh. Guess one might say it's nipply out here. I am in a t-shirt. It is freaking cold. Oliver! Everybody's showing up on the back end of this live. I'm sorry, guys. It's going to be coming to an end soonish. Hopefully tomorrow I can get on a little bit earlier and we can talk a little bit more. We took care of all the animals. We're just giving a last-minute walk around for the dog. Hopefully he'll go number 2. And that way when 11 o'clock rolls around, he won't be trying again. Because that is driving me up the wall. It is colder than my ex's heart out here right now. Could we please hurry this along? Oliver! You're done. Come on. We're not going to sit here and just sniff and 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 sniff. We are out here to use the restroom, and if you're done using the restroom, we're going inside so that I can grab a coat and take your daughter out to go to the bathroom. Oh, heavens. He's going right back to that same spot to sniff again. Oliver, that's enough. Go potty. They rarely hunt down small birds and mice and snakes. Generally speaking, they go after mammals, marsupials, and birds only when they find them weak on the ground. Their venom is not typically used to subdue these animals. Generally speaking, when a tarantula goes and kills a larger prey item, it's not the venom that does the animal in, but rather the fangs puncturing a vital organ or slicing through an artery. Sometimes it's a very slow death. Other times it is fairly quick. But it is almost in every case super gruesome to watch. I have fed my salmon pink bird-eating tarantula chicken heart before, back when they were still out in the animal trailer. And when I tell you that the animal trailer stunk to high heaven the next day, I mean it. It was not very pleasant. Generally speaking, they will only pick off the insects that run across their webs. They rarely get a chance at something larger. Oliver, come on. You're done. Come on. You're making me crazy, child. He really is making me crazy. I am much, much too tired for this nonsense. Come on. Oliver, are you really trying to fight me on going to bed? You're done, kid. Crazy mother trucker. It is so cold.
And I think he was loving it.
Explains why I didn't want to come in immediately.
Don't forget, we picked him up and it was snowing. No, you.
Dogs.
There. It was snowing when we picked him up, so he was used to the cold weather.
All right. Yep, I'm gonna set this down somewhere though. Now, where is my?
Under your vest.
All right. Oh, while I'm out taking her, can you water the plants again? And move the paper off the top of the plants? Come on, guys. That's fine. Stop tilting your head down. Oh, that drives me nuts. Making it harder for me to take you outside makes me think you don't want to go outside. And I know you want to go outside. Come on, Duchess. Stop being a stinker. tarantulas, typically speaking, are on the bottom of the food chain. Especially when they're younger, they are actually on the menu for other tarantulas. Even tarantulas from their own clutch will try to eat them in the egg sac, which is why tarantulas tend to have hundreds, if not thousands, of babies per clutch. It's because the mortality rate amongst tarantulas in and of themselves is way high, just way high. There are some species that have more babies than others. The Lasiodora parabana is a species that will have like 1,500 babies per clutch. Same with the Theraphosa apopsis. Pretty sure the green bottle blue is one that will have a couple hundred offspring. The Monocentrobus balfouri are typically said to produce 15 to 20 offspring in a clutch in captivity, so they're not a high yield tarantula, but they do have the added benefit of being one of the only species of tarantula that can be in a colony. So you will have a low yield egg sac, but at the same time, pretty much all of the babies survive. Smart ass. Goofer. I just want the dogs to do what the dogs are supposed to do. The dogs don't want to do what they're supposed to do, so I get all cranky.
You never.
I just want them to take a shit when I take them outside, and apparently that's too much to ask for. Like, oh, my teeth look yellow. Gotta work on that. But tomorrow we will work on getting the shed off of this little guy right here. He's got it primarily running down his back. It's a stuck shed. Did not have enough humidity for the initial shed. So we will take care of that. You guys have been great. Thank you for those that have stuck around. If you are new, feel free to follow. We will be live every night. So if you need somebody to fall back on to watch for good content or okay content, maybe boring content even, we will be here. And we will be exercising, and we will be talking tarantulas and work bullshit, things like that. If you have something that you want to talk about in general that's not too political or too negative, then we will run with it.
Unless you're a pathetic liar.
The choice is, of course, yours. We have tarantulas, and we have, of course, our ball pythons. This little gal is Belle. Belle is a firefly morph ball python. She is she is yellow with yellow eyes. Pretty little thing. So, by all means, subscribe and join us for the nightly lives. There will be some nights where we don't go and do that stuff. Like yesterday, I had to go and do my job. Train another security guard. Sometimes that shit happens. Those nights will at times crop up. And that's why we have a Discord, so that I can warn people, hey, I'm not going to be on the live. Or if they want to start up a discussion on the Discord, do that too. You guys have a good night. Stay safe. And remember, I better not see you on the news unless it's good news. Is Monkey in the bedroom?